Why does Confunk exist? For those not familiar with the term Confunk, it is when you go to a convention and you're just kind of like outside breathing the fresh air, and then you just walk in and then bam, bad odors just flood up your nose and like destroy you. For example, I could be posting on Facebook about a convention, let's just say Anime USA because I'm wearing the shirt, and I could say, wow, Anime USA has really bad confunk, meaning it smells really bad. Now yes, I have been to some really hardcore concerts where people jump around and sweat, and yeah, it's just gonna get a tad smelly after a while because there's a lot of people in an enclosed space and they're walking and sweating. But for some reason, it's like the worst at conventions. And a lot of con-goers have come to the conclusion that a lot of people just get too lazy over the weekend that the convention is running. Too bad. Like, some people will come to the convention on Thursday night, pick up their badge, stay Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're like walking and they'll like be working up a sweat, and they'll just be like in the vicinity with like a whole bunch of people, so they really need to shower over the weekend. But a lot of the time, some con attendees are too lazy to do it. Now, most of the time, confunk is just like a little bit of stench from like random people, and it just like gathers and just in the convention center and just spreads throughout the whole con, and it just is like this just same smell the whole weekend, and it's just really bad. And then you have people who walk past you and you feel like committing suicide on the spot because it. Now, confunk definitely does not happen at every convention. Like, I've been to some big conventions where, like, the confunk is not even there, and then I've been to small ones where there's, like, a whole lot of confunk. So I guess it really just depends on what kind of people are at that certain con. Like, it definitely doesn't happen every time. Out of, like, the almost 20 cons I've been to, it's probably only been noticeable to me maybe at 6 or 7 cons. But it just seems like the more and more that I go to conventions, like, I feel like it's worse. But the problem always gets addressed by people like me, yet it doesn't get any better. You see this? You see this right here? People don't use this stuff. You can get this stuff at Walmart for like $3. $3 for you to make someone's life that you hang around better. Trust me guys, I'm not even trying to over-exaggerate this whole thing. You know, it's sad when a convention posts on their Facebook page something like, what are some tips that you want to give convention goers before they come to the con? And like the top liked comment is, please bring deodorant and bathe. And do I even need to mention the game room of the con on Sunday? It always seems like the game room at conventions is kind of the place where a lot of people go, and then they'll stay for hours and hours and hours, and then like they'll go to the restroom and sleep and then come back without bathing, and then they'll sit there for hours and hours and hours, and it just like that's always the stereotypical room where it has the most confunk. Now, I understand a convention, like a lot of people come who don't necessarily feel accepted in other places, and they kind of just come to relax and talk to people who have the same interests in them and just kind of get away from their normal life. But that kind of gets into a lot of people's heads, and they just feel like that they can do whatever they want, which includes not showering. But you know, we're nerds and everything, but we're also human beings, and I think that it's very important to at least have good hygiene while you're at the con, not only for your own health, but also for the people around you. For me, like, I'm slightly germophobic, so when I go to cons, I always carry around some Germex, and it's not even to be like rude to anyone who may shake my hand. It's not to make anyone feel like they're not clean. It's just something that I personally want to do for my own health. And I just feel like people should take extra precautions to make sure that the convention is healthy, and if that means having better hygiene, then I think people need to do that. Like, even at the least, if you take one shower that weekend, it will definitely help tremendously. As I said, the main core of the problem is people don't want to shower the whole weekend, and that's what makes it bad. I mean, if one person doesn't do it, it's not bad, but if you have several hundred people who are in the same room, or just in the same convention center in general, that's when it gets really bad. So that's my opinion on Confunk. I know that several of you guys actually do go to conventions, so if you guys have any like crazy stories about it, or anything you want to say about it, just leave your comments below, and I read my comments. They are great. And for everyone that I met at AUSA, I know there was like a small handful of people that I like met there for the first time. Everyone was like really, really nice at AUSA. Like I mean, I don't meet mean people at cons for the most part. A lot of the times the attendees are super nice, super sweet, and I hope I give people who meet me the same thing, just like kindness and everything. So I guess I'll talk to you guys later. I am actually going to Roanoke Valley Comic-Con this weekend, just on Saturday. It's like a local couple hours convention. It's like 1 or 2 rooms, mostly comics and artists and stuff. So not a huge deal, but I will be going for the fun and to hang out with friends. Anyway guys, thanks for watching my video, and I'll catch you later.